Plato, one of the most famous Greek philosophers and historians in world history, famously had his allegory of the cave. If you're brought up in a box, like some of these young women we've heard about who were kidnapped at birth and lived in a trailer until they were 15 years old, you believe that the confines of that box is the universe and is that world. And your captor that comes in to feed you a few times a day and rape you or whatever the case may be, you think that's your father, your mother figure, your God figure. That's everybody to you. And that's why I'm shooting this here in this twilight with just one light above me, is to illustrate visually, not just with facts and statistics, that we are being kept in the dark, and no one more so than Bernie Sanders supporters. This is not a pitch for Hillary or anybody else. The point is, you're really being kept in the dark. What Bernie Sanders is engaged in has been funded for over 150 years by European royalty, the aristocracy, as well as the new robber baron class that was forming in the last 150 years, to scapegoat free market as the problem and to sell communism and socialism and wealth redistribution as a solution when the elites themselves are international in scope, largely exempt from the taxes like Google and General Electric and Warren Buffett today, who calls for higher taxes on the middle class that he calls the rich, but is the biggest recipient, of course, of the 2008 banker bailout. So this is how this scam works, the ultra rich going after the middle class. So when Sanders says the 1%'s the enemy, well, 90% of the 1% hardly have any of the wealth. I mean, this is the most gang mentality, dumbed down. It's like, we want to elect Hitler. He says he'll invade France and give us free stuff. I mean, this is a piratical, conquest-born system that we're now in.